Alright, Seth is back again. Last video cut short, but that's alright. That's a sign that I need to keep the video shorter. Stop. But yeah, where we left off last time, I was talking about the face that I give people from now on. And the face is simply means, for me, what it stands for is, you still don't get it, do you? And that's what I'm going to do from now on to people who keep coming to me with the same BS, talking about the same nonsense, with the same problems in their life. I'm just give them the face, man, because they really just don't get it. And where we left off last time, I realized that you have some people that they enjoy coming to you with the same problems over and over again. And they just want to keep talking about things, but they actually don't want to improve anything in their lives. They want to just keep talking about it. And I think it's a type of obsession where they like the idea of being stressed because it makes them feel like they have some importance or they have a life that's active and busy. If they're not stressed, then they're not living, and this is probably their way of thinking. So I see people here all the time, especially over here in Japan, where you got a lot of cats, man. They'd be like, "Oh, my life is hard. I work 7 days a week." I'm just looking at them because they're telling me this like it's normal, and they're like, "Yeah, I work 7 days a week. I'm stressed out. I'm losing my hair. My stomach has problems." And they look at me, they're like, "What about you?" And they say, "What about you?" Like I'm supposed to be joining in this bullshit. You know, I'm supposed to say, that's my cue to say, "Oh yeah, I know what you mean, man. Me too. I'm stressed out too. And, you know, I got problems too. And I got health problems." And not me. I just look at them. I'd be like, got to give them the face, man, because they just don't get it yet. And I said in the last video, the only reason you're stressed out because you're still trying to live in this fake system, man. You're still trying to live in this system, still trying to fit in. Stop trying to fit in because there's nothing to fit into. The system is dying. It's dead. It's not even dying. It's a dead system. And what I mean by dead is, it's just not going to improve. It's never going to improve. People keep sitting around waiting for some magic change to happen. Wake up. It's not going to change. You need to start strengthening your connection with the dark force, the dark power, which is within you. You need to start strengthening that connection with the force. You need to start going back within, because this is why people are stressed. I'll tell you why right now. Besides the fact that I'm trying to fit into the system, we have basically been cut off. Well, not me, and not many other people, but most people have been cut off from the fact that they can travel into their inner reality. And this is what most people on the planet have lost contact with. We're supposed to be on a level where we live in this physical reality here, but at any time at will, we simply use our inner senses and we cross back into that inner reality, or we cross over into other realities at will, with no drugs, no chemicals, no technology to alpha waves and all this stuff, all these things that they're putting out here. You don't need none of that stuff, man. I keep telling you, you're not listening. You don't need that bullshit. You don't need it. You can cross over at any time. You can do these things. And the purpose is, this is why I keep pushing this whole traveling into other realms. It's not because I'm on some spiritual quest and, you know, some new age nonsense and peace and light work and bringers and whatever these names they use. It's because once you gain that ability, your life, the so-called stress in your life, it cuts, if not by more than half, completely. Because you realize your purpose, or you realize that you exist outside of this physical reality. And there's nothing to be stressed about. That's the whole purpose of me pushing this information out. When you can sit down and go into a deep meditation, or a trance state or anything, and go and cross over into another realm completely, what are you going? You have nothing to worry about. You have no more need to watch TV. TV's cut out completely. This is what you got to realize about TV. When you're watching a TV drama or a movie, you are watching a manufactured dream. That's all it is. You're watching a manufactured dream. This stuff on TV, just really think about it. What you're looking at is a manufactured dream. What's happening on that TV program is no different than what's happening in here, or when you have a so-called dream and you shift consciousness and you go into other realms of reality. It's exactly the same thing. The only difference is when you go in here, no one's trying to sell you anything. And on here, on a TV, they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to get you to buy, the next season on DVD, trying to get you to buy the clothes that they're pushing on whatever the drama is. They're trying to get you to buy the cars. They're trying to sell you something. When you cross onto the other realms, they're not selling you nothing. Actually, you're selling yourself. Because the knowledge that you pick up is to embetter you. So it's like you're selling yourself your own information. And you go, wow, well, that was deep. I need to meditate more on that and see what else can I get from that. And that's good. So you need to start. This is not a game and it's not a joke. When I say I travel into other realms, I travel into other realms. And there's so much stuff. I'm sure people go, well, what's he talking about? If he really do that, he'd be famous. No, see, that's another bad thing that people get into. This has nothing to do with materialistic things. I heard people say, if you were really psychic, why don't you win? You could win the lotto. If you were really psychic, you would be a millionaire. And that's not true. Because having psychic abilities or having any type of abilities in this category, realm of things we're talking about, when you get to that level, it gets to the level of you realize that there's no need to have materialistic things, really. As far as wanting to be a millionaire, wanting to be a big baller, a big time player, whatever, the queen bitch, whatever titles people use, you don't need any of that stuff because it's useless and it means nothing. So, yeah, where was I, man? I don't want to go on another rant. But yeah, you need to start getting back into yourselves, getting back to nature. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, it's triggered a memory. Laughing. That's what I was talking about in the last video. People who laugh. This is what I got to say to anybody. And I want you to use this as a motivation for yourselves from now on. People who laugh. People laugh at me all the time. I know they do. I know they do. I know people secretly watch my videos that probably know me. They be laughing their ass off. But you know what? People who laugh, look at their lives. Just look at them. Look at the difference between, and I'm sure many of you probably share these experiences. I meditate daily. I wake up, I start my body training. Well, I wake up, do meditations. When I'm asleep, I'm already traveling to other realms. Then I wake up, I do more conscious meditation while I'm awake. And then I go into exercising and do all these other things that I get into. But people look at me and they say, what do you do every day? Well, what are you doing? And I say, well, you got to eat right. You got to eat right, get back to nature. What the fuck what are you talking about, get back to nature? I just look at him, give him the face. And the people who laugh at me, or laugh at anyone, just look at the people who's laughing lives. Their lives, excuse the expression, are fucked up. Their lives are fucked up, man. They're laughing at us. They got stress, stomach ulcers, going bald, their hair's falling out, their hair's turning gray. They just all messed up, man. Their lives are just completely fucked. They got some messed up lives. And they look at me, and they be laughing, right? And they're like, oh, man, this guy, he be on that meditation BS, man. And I'm like, hey, man, keep laughing. Because whatever you're doing in your life, while you're laughing, that's why I'm looking perfectly fine. My health is fine. I have no health problems. Number one, why? Because I exercise and I do a lot of meditation. But number two, I understand the deeper forces of things also. I don't think about sickness or disease or illness and all these things. I don't sit around dwelling on cancer and I'm going to get this. And people try to get you, man. They be like, oh, you gotta understand, you're getting older now. When you get older, all these problems start happening. Not to me. Maybe that's your world, man. I'm not the face. I am not in your world. Stop trying to force your 3-dimensional, maybe 2-dimensional, some people even 1-dimensional nonsense onto me. I'm not in your world, man. I'm in another realm. I'm communicating with forces that are very simple, outside of time and space, and not even in this, just completely outside of the so-called, the official line of consciousness. This is the official line of consciousness for this reality. Earth bullshit 3D1. That's what I'm going to call it for now. And a lot of people are trapped here, man. I'm not there. I'm here because I have my own things I need to get through. And at the same time, I'm here to just reawaken a few people. Excuse me. To remember who they are. Excuse me, I'm sweating. That's what my glasses for. Oh, man. It's hot up in here. But yeah, I'm here to awaken as many people as I can so they can remember who they really are. And I know a lot of people are not going to get this. That's why, people say, oh, you only got X amount of viewers. What is it to you how many viewers I got? I'd rather have, just say, 50 viewers who are open-minded and really get what I'm talking about and ready to take this step to that next level, instead of 10,000 viewers who are coming to me with the same nonsense over and over again, talking about governments and what the Illuminati's doing, and they heard the Greys are having this for breakfast, and the Illuminati's having a sports party, but who cares? Who cares? I mean, who really cares, man? That's not my world. It's not my world, and I don't worry about that type of stuff. It has nothing to do with me. That's their reality. Everyone's making their own realities, and I'm simply trying to remind other people that they can make their own reality. They don't have to keep focusing on this stupid stuff going on out here. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Sorry, you know me, I go off another direction. Just look at the people who laugh. When somebody laughs at you and you say, well, let me jump on that for a minute. It's another point. If you're sensitive and you hate, just say if you're one of these people that you do get sensitive, and if somebody laughs at you, which you shouldn't, because you're a God and trained. I keep telling you that. You're a multidimensional being. But if you're still in that beginning process where, and we've all been through it, where when you start getting into this info and you start tapping into deeper forces, it's quite naturally. If you tap into something good and you see it's for the benefit of everyone, you want to start sharing with people. And I know that feeling. You want to start to, yo, man, you got to meditate. You got to go into these inner senses. I know how it is. But this is something, it could really hurt you when people say, oh man, that's a bunch of bullshit. If you're early on in this, it breaks your train of thought, and you easily slip back into 3-dimensional crap. So what you got to do is stop talking to people who are not into this stuff. Stop talking to people about these things who are not into it. Very simple, and that will cut down a lot of your, it's a lot of so-called, nuisances, things going on in your life. Don't talk to people about this stuff. I know how it is. I know you want to help everybody, and it could even be your family members. I know you want to help them, but if they're not into it, just leave them alone. Let them go their way, and you pass the message on through your actions, and that's what I'm doing. You pass the message on through the actions. You don't have to keep telling people, you got to meditate, you got to eat right, you got to do this, you got to do that. Because people don't like to be told what to do. People want to feel that they're already on the right path and they're doing their life the right way. And when you come along and start telling them that they need to do this, this, or that, most people get offended by that. Even if you're trying to help them, and I understand that. So, the phrase, actions speak louder than words. You don't have to tell them to meditate. You meditate. Let them laugh. When they're laughing, let them laugh, man. Go out, get by your tree, go out into nature, sit in your house, wherever you're at. Go into your deep meditation state, you sit down, boom, out. You're in the other universe. You're traveling. You're traveling. And you can meditate. Like I said before, meditation can be done anyway. It doesn't. You don't need no special position. You could lay down. You could sit up. Just go into your state. Just sit there. Boom. Sit down. Sometimes I sit my arms crossed and I meditate. You can't see it now because of the camera, but yeah. There's so many different ways. And while they're laughing, you travel into the other realms. And when they see that enough, once it's not funny anymore, then they'll start going, damn, I wonder what's up with that meditation stuff, man. When they see that you're always calm and you're not overreacting, they'll start going, damn, man, I don't know, it's a lot of bull, but that guy, he's always real calm, man. When you start eating right, especially in the home, if you're around a family, you got family members that are eating a lot of garbage, you eat right. Don't force it down their throat. Don't keep telling them, you got to eat right, you got to eat right. You eat. When they see you, when they're sitting down eating these big, greasy burgers and meat and all this stuff, and the oil is dripping off, and you see them afterwards, and they're sitting there going, oh, man, I got stomach problems. Oh, man, I feel I ate too much. And they see, they see you walking through the kitchen with, some salad and some fruit. They're going to be looking, what the hell he's so happy about? Oh, man, my stomach hurt. And you're going to be skipping off going, see you guys later. Off to go meditate. Leave them there, man. I know it's family. I'm not talking bad about family, but they will get the message. At some point, naturally, they'll just get it. They will get it. And so, yeah, you don't have to push it down on them. And back to what I was saying about people who laugh, yeah. When people laugh, just look at their lives. The ones who laugh, just look deeply at their daily lives. And they're some of the most unhealthiest, miserable people that you could ever come across. Sometimes they even have the things that supposed to make them happy. They got the money, they got the cars, they got the jewelry, they got all the technology, the latest updated things, they got all this stuff, and they're still miserable. And you gotta keep it simple, man. You gotta keep it simple. See me? I go out, like I said, when I'm so-called sleeping, which is not sleep. You're actually just shutting out this world and you shift consciousness. I'm in other realms, learning, teaching. Because learning, you're always going to be learning. Nobody knows everything. There's not, even the most advanced entities of beings, they're still learning. Learning is an endless process. It just keeps going and going. And I know some people might say, well, man, how much stuff could you possibly learn? It's endless. The limitations are endless because there's levels that when you start going into these other dimensions that deal with things that if you're still thinking about three-dimensional reality, you can't even comprehend what they're doing because it goes into levels where it's just working with pure energy, forms, and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's an endless learning process. And when I'm traveling to these other realms, I'm teaching also. And I'm also learning and setting myself up for when I leave this physical reality, the next realms and endeavors that I'm going to be getting into. So, yeah, this is what you need to start focusing on. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Sometimes I start getting thoughts. I'm getting thoughts coming in all the time with new information. Sometimes I get sidetracked. But anyway, I keep it simple, man. Summertime's here now. It's going to be beautiful here in Japan. You know what that means. Grab my guitar, go out into the park somewhere, sit by a tree, do my thing. And that's what you got to do. It's another thing. Instead of, right now everybody's getting hyped on this PlayStation stuff, man. And, that's just another distraction to keep you locked in the house, out from nature, not getting in contact with those inner forces. And the reason I say all this, I'm not saying this to put people down. I used to be there. I used to be heavy into the video games and, real deep. Every time I got paid, I was running out, getting games and all this stuff. And at some point, I was starting to feel empty because it was like, damn, man, why am I feeling so empty inside, Empty as far as it wasn't satisfying. I would buy a game and then come home, play it for about an hour, and then it's like, damn, that wasn't enough, man. And you look at something else. When I finally got into the guitar and started practicing with the guitar, that opened up a whole nother realm for me. Music and sound, that's another video I'm going to have to get into another day. But sound has qualities that we haven't even begun to tap into, most people. Sound has important qualities that has connections with time, has connections with the body. It's just so many different areas. And music opens up other channels into other realities as well. That's what a lot of people don't realize. And it's not all about, I'm a beginner guitarist. And I take no lessons. I don't go to no music school. I bought a guitar and I do my own thing. And I know sometimes people lie. They're like, damn, you keep playing the same tune over and over again. It doesn't matter. It's my song. And I made it myself. Go out there and listen to that bullshit that they're pumping, on the radios that has been remixed or remastered 50 times over and sounds so fake that... Let me stop. Let me calm down. You know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, this is another recommendation for people who are creative and want to get more creative. Go get you a musical instrument. It could be anything. I choose a guitar because I like guitar. It could be anything. But once you get into music, you start getting a different appreciation. That opens up another door or doors in your mind and starts unlocking different codes, because when you're sitting there playing, it's not about everybody. People ask me so many times, oh, you want to start a band now? You're going to start a band? Oh, you're trying to be famous? It's not even about that. I play for spiritual reasons. It's not even like that word spiritual. Let me take that. I hate that word spiritual. There's too many religious connotations, but you know what I'm trying to say. I play for my consciousness development and expanding. So when I sit down, I grab my guitar, I go into a trance state. And that's another thing too. So I keep telling you, meditation is not just sitting down. Like, you got this stereotyped bullshit meditation. We got these Dalai Lamas or the and all that. So you don't got to be doing all that, man. There's so many different types of meditation. I do guitar meditation, or go into a guitar trance state. Grab my guitar, whether it's the electric or the acoustic. I sit down and I just strum. I strum some of the chords, and then I let my mind project out, and I go into that world, because music has its own world. There's some worlds, some realities where there's no physical anything. No cars, no houses, no people. It's just straight sounds. And when you tap into that realm, you start pulling things back. And just the other day, I was sitting home, and I had a tune. I was playing the same tune for a while. And a person that was here, they was laughing. Scott, man, you're always playing that same tune over and over again. So I went into a deep meditation, went into a deep trance state. And then, boom, I came out with something so different, and it was completely out there, that the person that was here was like, they're just looking at me like, where you got that from? And I'm like, told you, man, I'm traveling, going to those other realms, man. Don't worry about where I got it from. I picked it up. That's all that matters. So I don't care if you just got one note and you're playing over and over again. Don't worry about it, because at some point, you start unlocking those doors. Every time you come up with a new song or a new tune, that's a new door you just unlocked. And that's how you can look at these things. See, consciousness development and expanding, it doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be the typical just sitting down in meditation and empty your mind and all this nonsense. You could do things, you could tap into other realms in so many different other ways. People don't even know what you're doing. So I sit down, strum a few times, and every time I come up with a new piece, that's something new, a new door that I just unlocked. And then, just to give you some different examples, when you play a musical instrument, like for me, when I mess around with the guitar, when you get that one tune, then you try to figure out what the next tune is going to be, so it's in sync and harmonizes together. And when you find that next one, it's like, so you're going up, I go up and down the fretboard, and I'm trying to find, right, that sounds good. What could connect to that and make the next part sound good and make it all one piece? And when I find that next piece, I'm happy, man. I look like a little kid. I'm like, yo, did you hear that? Did you hear that shit, man? And I be going off because it's mine, and I made it by myself. It's not something that I'm sitting down with a music book going, okay, let me play this tune. People ask me so many times, can you play the Beatles? Can you play this? Can you play? No, man, I can't play none of that shit. And I'm not calling the Beatles shit because I like all these music. I like a lot of different types of music. But the point I'm making is the purpose of you playing a musical instrument is not so you can sit down and copy other people. You're supposed to grab that instrument, whatever it is, a guitar, a flute, whatever. If possible, go out into nature or go into a place where you could be in solitude. And you're supposed to be tapping into your deep forces within and then projecting that out through sound. And that's what it's really for. At least in my world, anyway. That's what it's for. So I'm not going to be sitting down with a music book trying to copy somebody else's music. That's not me. I want to come up with something that's original that I've never heard anywhere else before. And it's mine. Now, quite naturally, you're going to get influenced by things you hear, but as long as you're reorganizing it into your own way, then it's original. And I'm just going to throw this out here. My top #1 musician ever and always is Jimi Hendrix. Hey, that's who it is. Because not only was he an advanced player, an advanced person with sound, he understood sound on much deeper levels. And he also understood other realms of reality. And I don't have the book right now with me, it's somewhere else, but in one of he has this book that came out. It's called Jimmy, oh man, what's the name of this book? Jimmy on Jimmy or something like that. It's an interview book where it has all interviews, most of the interviews he's done in his own words, without some third party telling the story. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix used to do this, and Jimi Hendrix used to wear pink socks, and all this stupid stuff. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear his words. I want to hear what you're talking about. Some outsider trying to interpret what he's talking about. I want the information from him. And even he said that everyone here, some people are messengers. And some people will come in to awaken some people. Some people come here with a purpose to awaken others who are in a sleeping trance state. And so he knew. And he did his mission, did what he was here to do, and then he was out, cut out. People could debate on whether he committed suicide, whether he did this, whether he did that, but bottom line is, however it looked like that he left his physical reality, he left, but he left behind a lot of information that could help other people. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. So, to summarize, get back into nature. When people talk shit and they laugh at you, give them the face. When people say, oh man, you watching the game tonight? You gonna watch that sports game? Oh man, I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. Baby mama drama. I got stomach pains now. My hair's coming out. I'm only 21. Give them the face. Because don't waste your energy on them. Also, to summarize, stop talking to people who are not on this path. Stop wasting your energy trying to share things with them. You can share things if you want and try to open people's minds up. But when you see that they're just not into it, don't keep telling them things. Teach them the message through your actions. They're not eating right. They want to eat garbage. Let them eat garbage. You eat healthy. They want to sit down eating all this meat and all this unhealthy crap. Let them do it. You eat your fruit and your natural foods, and your plant-based foods. You eat naturally, and just let them eat all the garbage. And you sit back, and when you see them sitting down, oh man, my stomach is crazy. Oh man, you see them sweating. You sit there chewing on you, eating some fruit, or drinking you a nice mixed fruit drink with vegetables, and you just go, hey man, you all right? Yeah, man, I'm all right. All right, hang in there. Let me stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So go within. Start getting into your inner realities, people. Get back into nature. Stop buying all this bullshit out here that you don't need. Stop getting hooked on all these things. Start doing your meditations. Start eating right. eating healthy foods, trying to cut out the meat. What else? And exercise daily. People tell me, oh, I don't have time to exercise. If you don't have time to exercise, then you're a goddamn liar. Everybody has time to exercise, man. Exercising, you could simply break it down. For a super beginner, you can bust out 30 minutes and just do some quick calisthenics, man. That requires no gym membership or nothing. Just sit down and do it, man. And the goal is you're not trying to be some big muscle bound, that's not for everybody. The point is simply to be happy. And maybe in another time, another video, I'll get into how eating right and eating healthy foods and exercising also connects into psychic abilities and the inner senses. Because when you eat right, it connects into you being a tap into that energy. A lot of people can't so-called astral project or have lucid dreams and all this stuff because they're not eating right and they're not exercising either. When you eat right, it builds up energy. When you exercise, it builds up energy. And when you go into your travels, that excess energy is the fuel that you burn off when you go into these other realms. But that's another video. And last point, musical instruments. Get you a musical instrument, whatever you feel your connection to. Just get one. Even if it's a cheap one, get it. If you have an interest in the guitar, if you don't want to spend big money, just go get a cheap guitar. Go to a pawn shop maybe and find one. Get your little cheap acoustic guitar. You can get electric too, but of course you get electric guitar, you gotta get all these extra things, amplify and all this stuff. But even if you don't have that, if you feel the electric guitar, just get it. You'll still get some sound out of it strumming it without it being plugged into an amp. Go out there, sit in the park, or sit alone in your solitude space, meditate, go deep, and start unlocking those doors within your mind. Every new tune you make, as long as it's yours, that's a new code you just broke, and that's a new realm you just entered, and it keeps going and going. So, this is it for now. Look at the people who laugh. Look at their lives. When they laugh, just look who's laughing. I'm laughing at them. And I'm not saying that to be, mean or an asshole, but I'm laughing at them. People laugh at me, I look back and laugh at them. They're like, oh man, you crazy, man, all that meditation nonsense. I'm like, yeah, man, I am crazy. You're right. Have fun going bald. And I'm not knocking on people going bald. Everybody goes bald. It hasn't happened to me yet. If it probably does, it'll probably start going this way. See, you gotta laugh at yourself, man. You can't be thinking about this stuff, man. It's just a physical body, man. It's my vehicle while I'm here. And this is your vehicle while you're here, and you gotta take care of it. I'm not knocking people who go on bald. Anybody could go bald. Shit, man. That's a natural process of life. It just happens. But my point is, these are things that people stress about and things people be going into. And you just laugh at them. Just laugh. Laughter is the best medicine. Don't get mad. Don't get angry. Don't say, I'm going to get him back, man. He was laughing at me. Don't worry about them. Just laugh. Sit back. Meditate. Go into your trance states. Eat right. Exercise. Get a musical instrument. Paint, draw, whatever. And of course, as I said before, you need to start creating that inner temple. The body is your physical temple here in physical reality. And it's the house for your inner temple. So you got the physical reality, you got physical reality here, you got this physical body, this is my temple here, while I'm here in physical reality, but you also have the inner reality, and you need to psychically start building that inner temple, that inner reality, get your thoughts together, start manifesting things, because that's what it's all about. Detach from all this nonsense out here, it's not going anywhere. Stop talking about trying to fight the system. There's nothing to fight. It's a broken system. That's all I got to say for now. Peace, love, and harmony, as always. And I'll talk to y'all next time.